Okay. Our game is so cool. I saw it this morning. I linked everything below. Full respect given. Not at all like I came up with this. Let's have some real fun. Okay. I need you to have paper and pen. And hopefully for real, you've hit the thumbs up. And if you've already done this, don't ruin it for anybody else, but you're totally like at the end, jump in. If you're on the replay, comment. I cannot wait. This is going to be so fun. 4 animals in a forest. Have you heard of this? Okay, have your paper and your pen. I want you to picture yourself leaving your little village, and you have to walk through the forest. It is just you setting out from your village with these 4 animals. We have a monkey, a horse, a cow, and a lion. They're coming along with you. They're setting off with you through the forest. So as you get going through it, it gets more dense. And you have to decide. You can only keep going with 3 animals. You have to decide right now. I want you to write down an animal that you're willing to part with before you move on your journey. Are you going to part with the cow? Are you going to part with the monkey? Are you going to part with the horse? Are you going to part with the lion? You have to make that choice because it's too dense. You're moving through, you're moving on. After you write down your choice, you're moving through, you're moving on, and you're hungry. And you do come across somebody who's willing to give you food in exchange for one of the 3 you have left. You have to give them one of the 3 that you have left, and they'll feed you. After you start moving on, and like you can see the end, you can see like there's clearing out there. Your last 2 animals start fighting. You have to pick one. You have to decide, pull them apart. And there's one you're scolding, leaving behind, and there's one taking with you through the clearing. There's only one left. I saw it on Tisa Tells this morning. And then I went and searched it, and I found it on Reddit. And this is from like totally like a year ago. So like this is not new. But we're going to talk about like who we kept and who we left and what's happening and why. And it's so interesting. For me, as we got going through the forest and it was too dense, I left the cow behind. She's too big and slow. I can ride the horse, and at worst, the monkey can take care of itself if it can't ride the lion. So I let go of the cow. I traded my horse for food. If it got thicker, I didn't want something to happen to my horse. I literally had like a whole picture in my head. And when we got to the end and I had to break them up, I chose the lion. In my mind, we were at the clearing and the monkey belonged in the forest. So they say there's more. These are the things that I grabbed on. So I left behind nurturing like right away. I was okay with parting with freedom. Joy and courage had to fight it out. And I went with courage. But you don't know that when you're listening to the story. So it's super interesting looking back at it. And like I said, Tisa Tells did it this morning. So much better. Hi, the clothes is back. Anybody else I missed come in? Huh? Hopefully, anybody on the replay will comment. Anybody just coming in, you can catch the replay too. And if you've already done it before, what was your animal? Like, it's so spot on. All the comments I was reading under her video, and I linked everything in the description below. Like, everyone was saying like how spot on it was. Yeah. It takes a lot of courage to keep going when things go wrong. It takes a lot of courage to face making right when you've done things wrong. I'm far from perfect. 100 million, 43 years worth of mistakes behind me. I don't know. I know it's totally different than what we normally do, but I thought with like Thanksgiving coming up, all the holidays coming up, like you can totally do this with your family. It only took 10 minutes or whatever, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I think it's a good like icebreaker, conversation starter. I might do it at work too. I don't know. I love that. Keep your joy. And that's what it's about. It's not, there's no right or wrong. It's just looking at things, how we've gone through our life. I love it. Chose freedom. It's so cool. Look at that. We're all like equal pillars in the conversation. I love it. And these were just my broken down minutia. There were, if you Google for animals in a forest, riddle or game, there's all kinds of variations and updates. Oh, for real. I just, it was one of the things. I love it. I've got quick, easy, but I don't know